Dear grade 6 students, today's lesson is about figurative language. First of all, what is figurative language? We use figurative language when we compare things that are a little blown out of proportion. So we use figurative language to explain, to express emotions and feelings, and to make the writings more vivid and entertaining. Figurative language. Writers use figurative language such as metaphor, simile, and personification to explain, to express emotions and feelings, and to make the writings more vivid, colorful, and entertaining or interesting and fun for the reader to read. So we have three types of figurative language. We have the metaphor, the simile, and the personification. The first type is the simile. A simile compares two different objects by using the words like or. For example, we have the sentence example that was mentioned in our lesson, two were left. Noni's love for Nemok was as real as hunger and cold nights. You could feel the love of Noni to his dog in the same manner or in the same way you feel hungry or you feel cold. So your senses do not betray you, they don't lie to you when you feel hungry or cold, so they are real. And so is the case when you examine the love relation between Noni and Nemo. So here we are comparing two different objects. We are comparing the love of Noni toward his dog Nemo to the hunger and cold nights, or they could be more than two objects to compare. And the common between them, between these objects, is the reality, being real. And we compared them using the word as. Another example, I am as cool as ice. So a simile directly compares two things using the words as or like. For example, I am as cool as ice. Here, I am is being compared to ice using the word as. So the common between I am and the ice is the coolness or being cool with the using of the word as. Now the second type, which is the metaphor, a metaphor compares two different objects. It's like a simile, but here without using the words like or as. So it's also a comparison between two different objects, but here without using the words like or as. For example, he saw the dog's eyes and they were pools of suffering. The dog's eyes are compared to pools, however, the dog's eyes are filled with tears of suffering, not joy. So here the writer compared two different objects, which are the eyes and the pools, but without using as or like. He directly said they were pools of suffering. So we can use were, was, is, or are, depending on the tense of the sentence. So a metaphor is different from a simple comparison, and we compare two unrelated things using the words is or are, or as I said, using were or was, according to the sentence tense. For example, Jenna's mouth is one huge metal factory. So here, the writer is comparing Jenna's mouth to the huge metal factory. So instead of using as or like, he just used is. A personification is the act of giving animals or objects human characteristics. So a personification basically is when you make an object or an animal a person. This is what the word personification means. So it is the act of giving animals or objects human characteristics or human traits or qualities. For example, Noni's heart wept. Noni's heart wept or Noni's heart cried. The human heart does not weep, does not cry. What's the role of the human heart? It pumps blood to the different body organs. But by portraying or displaying it weeping or describing it weeping and crying, the writer has given the heart a human characteristic, which is the crying. So when you read, you have to pay attention to the figurative language, for it helps you understand content. So the figurative language will help you understand the content, help you understand what you are reading. And when you write also, you have to use the figurative language, for it helps you explain ideas and express emotions, and it makes your writing vivid and entertaining and more interesting to read. So another example of the personification, which is when we use human qualities, traits, or characteristics to describe non-human things like objects or animals. We have the sentence example here. They say money talks, but mine just waves goodbye. So we know that money doesn't talk, humans do. So here it means that they say money talks, but mine just waves goodbye. Also, money doesn't wave goodbye. Only people do, or humans do that. So here, as if the writer is trying to say that my money just gone, or I just spent all my money. So in order to make it more fun or more vivid, he used this figurative language or the personification.